What if I told you lazy people aren't actually lazy? Some of the most ambitious people look like they're doing nothing. They dream about success every single day, yet somehow, they never take the first step. They don't lack intelligence. They don't lack talent. So what keeps them trapped? The answer isn't what most people think. Your brain may actually be rewarding you for staying stuck. And once you understand this hidden psychological trap, you'll never look at procrastination the same way again. Because what you're about to learn explains why some people spend years chasing dreams without ever moving an inch closer. People think ambition automatically creates action, but your brain doesn't care about your dreams. It cares about keeping you comfortable. Here's the scary part. Every scroll, every delay, teaches your brain that comfort is more rewarding than progress. That's why you can imagine an incredible future and still struggle to complete one simple task today. But why would your own brain sabotage your biggest goals? The answer lies in a hidden reward system most people never notice. And this invisible force is stronger than motivation itself, unless you learn how to break it. The surprising truth is, the key to unlocking your potential has been with you the whole time. You've probably done this before. You watch one motivational video, and suddenly it feels like your entire life is about to change. You make the perfect schedule, clean your desk, organize everything, and promise yourself, this time will be different. Then the next morning arrives, and suddenly all that excitement disappears. The dream didn't disappear, only the emotion did. Because motivation is temporary, but habits stay long after the excitement disappears. Successful people don't rely on motivation. They build habits that keep moving, even when motivation disappears. The truth is, most ambitious people aren't lazy. They're overwhelmed by the size of the future they've imagined. Here's what changes everything. Your brain doesn't fear hard work. It fears huge uncertainty. When your goal feels impossible, your brain chooses safety. And safety often looks exactly like procrastination. But there's one hidden habit that quietly turns ambitious dreamers into consistent achievers. Almost nobody notices it. It has nothing to do with motivation. And once you understand it, you'll never wait to feel ready again. The biggest transformation doesn't begin with a giant leap. It begins with one action that convinces your brain you're already moving. Here's something most people never realize. Your brain loves imagining success because it feels almost as rewarding as making progress. Every time you fantasize about your future, your brain gives you a tiny reward before you've earned it. That's why talking about your goals can feel amazing, even when nothing in your life actually changes. But here's the dangerous part. This invisible reward can slowly replace real action. The most disciplined people know one secret. They never let their brain confuse dreaming with doing. So the question isn't whether you're ambitious. It's whether your brain has become addicted to imagining success instead of building it. The biggest lie ambitious people tell themselves is, I'm just lazy. But what if laziness is only the mask, and something much deeper is hiding underneath? For many people, it's not laziness at all. It's the fear that trying your hardest and still failing would hurt even more. Psychologists have found a surprising pattern. Many people avoid action to protect their identity, not because they lack motivation. The moment you stop saying, I am lazy, your brain finally has permission to change. Because every meaningful transformation begins the same way. Not with confidence, but with one uncomfortable step. Have you noticed something strange? You don't quit your goals. You keep postponing them. Your brain loves planning. Because planning feels productive without requiring any real risk. That's why I'll start on Monday becomes next Monday, then next month, then next year. Here's the twist. The people who finally escape this cycle don't become more motivated. They change one tiny behavior. And this simple shift is so small. Your brain doesn't even resist it. That tiny action breaks the loop. Because once you're moving, your brain stops arguing and starts following. Imagine two people. One waits until they feel inspired. The other simply starts. One waits for motivation to arrive. The other lets action come first. After one day, almost no difference. After 1 week, still very little. But after 1 year, their lives look completely different. Not because he was smarter, not because he was more talented. He simply kept proving something to his brain every single day. Your brain doesn't believe your promises. It believes your evidence. One tiny completed action changes your identity more than 100 promises ever will. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes. They wait to feel motivated before they begin. But the people who change their lives never wait. They act first and let motivation catch up later. Success isn't built in one incredible day. It's built one ordinary day at a time. And there's one final psychological shift. It's the difference between people who quit and people who become unstoppable. It sounds almost too simple, but this tiny habit literally changes how your brain sees you. Every small promise you keep to yourself becomes evidence that you're no longer the person who always gives up. The biggest breakthrough doesn't happen when you reach your goal. It happens the moment you decide you're no longer the old version of yourself. Successful people don't ask, "Do I feel like it today?" They ask, "Who am I becoming if I keep doing this?" Your future isn't created by one perfect decision. It's built by hundreds of ordinary choices no one else notices. But there's one final lesson almost everyone learns too late. And it changes how you think about ambition forever. The people you admire aren't more motivated than you. They simply stopped negotiating with themselves. When your actions finally match your identity. Here's what separates dreamers from achievers. Both have big goals. Only one group moves before they feel ready. The day you stop making excuses, you stop giving your brain permission to stay the same. You don't have to move faster than everyone else. You only have to keep moving when everyone else stops. And in the final minute, you'll discover the one sentence that can completely rewire the way you see yourself. This isn't just motivation anymore. This is the moment your identity begins to change. The distance between your current life and your dream life. Here's the one thing nobody can ever earn back: time. Most people don't notice life changing because it disappears one ordinary day at a time. Every day you make one invisible choice: comfort now or a better future later. Imagine meeting the version of yourself who never started. What would they say to you? The greatest pain isn't failure. It's wondering what could have happened if you had tried. Luckily, that future hasn't happened yet. Your future doesn't change because of one giant leap. It changes because of one honest step. One decision today becomes a habit. A habit becomes your identity. And your identity becomes your future. 10 years from now, you'll either thank yourself for starting today or wish you had. The choice begins with the next step. This version creates.
Every journey begins with a single step. And you don't have to walk it alone.
So, are you really lazy? Or have you simply been listening to a brain that's trying to keep you comfortable? Your future will never be decided by your ambitions. It will be decided by what you do after this video ends. You don't need more motivation. You don't need the perfect Monday. You don't even need confidence. You only need one small action today. Years from now, you'll barely remember this video, but you'll always remember the decision you made after watching it. Because successful people aren't born with stronger minds. They simply stop negotiating with the voice that says, "Later." Remember this. The person you want to become is created by the tiny choices you make when nobody is watching. So don't wait for tomorrow. Start before your brain has another chance to convince you not to. If this changed the way you think, subscribe, because the next lesson might change the way you live.